Hi viewers. Yes, it is a very controversial subject, isn't it? Cleaning of coins. I'll go into that in a bit more detail in a moment. Now, as you can see, there's the 25 pesos, the Mexican Olympics. Very, very dark. And I think this one was sent to me by Silver Hustling 13 several years ago. And now, obviously, this is what it should look like. They're not an uncommon coin. Yeah, it should look like that, but it doesn't. Now, I've had a look under the loupe, and the coin itself does actually seem in quite good condition without too many, abrasions or nicks or anything. It's just that it's got this very heavy toning. Now, I'll tell you a couple of stories about cleaned coins. Now, my LCS owner has had many coins come in that have not just not cleaned, but had the arse polished out of them. And I remember one particular story where this lady had phoned up and said she got a collection, her late husband's collection, to bring in. And he said, yeah, bring them in, told her when. And when she turned up, they were all sparkly shiny, and these were obviously all old coins. They weren't new coins. And he said, well, what's happened? She said, well, I thought they looked a bit dirty, so I thought I'd better clean them before bringing them into the shop. And she literally lost thousands of pounds because some of them were obviously quite numismatic pieces, and she'd reduced them all to bullion value by polishing them. A coin that I've seen many times in his shop, which has been polished up at these Victorian crowns. Absolutely ruined. You can see next, if it's next to another one, it's just been absolutely polished. So yeah, never ever polish your silver coins. Now, the reason I'm going to clean this one, obviously, is because it's of no great numismatic value. It's, a fairly modern silver piece. And I thought I'd have a go at seeing if I can make it look like the other one on the table there. Now, yeah, on to dipping coins. It is a very controversial subject. Some people like their coins looking blast white. Others like a bit of natural toning. Now, this is one I definitely wouldn't dip. 1927 Australian florin, which of course I've got upside down. It's got a nice little bit of rainbow toning, as you can see, going on there. But some people would like these, blast white. So, I say that's a personal preference. If you want it blast white, you bloody clean it yourself. I'm not ruining it for you. Another one with some dark, very dark toning that definitely wouldn't want to touch. This 8 reals, which I of course got up the wrong way. This has got some very dark tones on it, and definitely not a coin you would want to clean. And likewise with this Victorian half crown, which I will get pictures of and post on Instagram. Lovely Vicky half crown. Anyway, on to cleaning of said coin. Now, there are many products out there, and I know in the United States you have a whole range of products by a company called Easiest, and here we have other products. Now, this particular one is actually, even though it's called Silbo, is actually for gold. Now, this basically is a strong detergent. It will just lift off grime. It won't remove the tarnish or oxidization as it is on silver. So it won't work the same, whereas products that are specifically made for silver, Now obviously this particular product is specifically designed for items such as these, heavily toned, but obviously you know, a low value coin, you can dip it in there. Obviously do not put any numismatic coins in any kind of solution. I don't recommend that whatsoever. And definitely not proofs. Yeah, I've seen proofs that have been polished up as well, absolutely ruined them. And this particular one is a slightly milder strength. It's called Silver Sparkle. It's not as strong as that one, but will you know, remove light tarnish. And that particular one is obviously, you know, designed for things like this because it comes with a little brush and the cloth. Now I don't recommend using a brush or a cloth on your coins, but anyway, as this particular one is so heavily toned, I'm not going to try dipping it in that to start with. I'm actually going to use a tried and tested method used for traditionally dipping, cleaning heavily toned items like that, which is, as you may know, kitchen foil and soda crystals. Now I'm going to get a bowl of hot water, line the foil in the bottom, mix up the soda crystals, drop the foil in, and then drop the coin in. And hopefully we'll be able to see what happens. So I'll be right back. Right, I'm going to start by adding a little of the soda crystals. Doesn't need to be too much, it's only a little bit of water. And stir that until it's dissolved. Now I'm going to put the foil in, and I'm going to put it the matte side up, and there's a very good reason for that, and I'm not going to get into the in-depth science of how this works, but it's a form of electrolysis, so it doesn't it's not creating an acid, it's actually moving the oxidization from the coin onto the foil. So we'll drop it in there and see what happens. Now if we take a look in the bowl, so get a bit of a close-up, you'll see there's a lot of fizzing going on, and that is the oxides moving from the coin to the foil. I'm going to see if the microphone can pick this up, because you can actually hear it fizzing. Well, that's been about 10 minutes now, I think. And obviously you could leave that even longer, but as you can see, it's taken a lot of the oxidization off. Now I think what I'm going to do is just pat this down with a cloth, and we'll give it a dip in the chemical cleaner to remove the rest of it. Now, something I forgot to mention earlier was nearly all of these dipping solutions, he says spilling it all over the table, come with a little basket for you to drop your item in and then lower it into the solution. Now I'll clean up this mess and I'll be right back. Right, now as this is still what I would deem quite heavily toned still, I'm actually going to use the stronger one and dip it in this one. Put it in the basket and down it goes. Right, let's have a quick look, see if it's cleaning up anymore. Not really. I think the reason being is that this is 72% silver, so you know, this particular chemical will remove the tarnish from silver, but obviously a percentage of this is not silver, which is why it's not coming particularly clean. Let's give it a bit longer. Well, I don't think that is going to come any cleaner in the chemical dipping, so I think I'm going to put it back in the foil and soda crystals and see if we can't get this looking a bit better. I'll be back with you shortly. Just wanted to show you a brief view of how much crap has actually come off of that coin, as you can see there. Well, I did end up changing the foil and the soda several times, but just thought I'd show you how much crap does come off using this method. Obviously it's not something you do for just lightly toned coins, but that was some heavy toning. And now for the final reveal. How do you think we did? Well, I wouldn't really call that a massive success story. I mean, it's slightly better, I would say, but it's not great, is it? And I think that's down to the fact that it's 72% silver, and there are obviously other metals in there that have oxidized, and these methods won't remove them. Yeah, I'm sure electrolysis would, but I'm not going to faff around with electrolysis for a low value coin. But I was glad to have a go, and yeah, I think lesson for everyone there with this experiment was that if you buy a heavy toned 72% coin thinking that you might manage to clean it, don't bank on it. There we go, let's have a closer look. It's just a I suppose it's a nicer tone. It's just a grey tone rather than that very black. I mean, it's still a lovely coin, got a lot of detail still on there. You know, it's not heavily circulated, it's just heavily oxidized. Yeah, so not a patch on the uncirculated, but even this one I can see has got a slight bit of tone there. So that one might get a quick dip. So let's have a quick look, see if we can remove that very light toning off the bottom of that one with a quick dip. By the way, this shit is nasty. Always wear gloves. Do not get that on your hands. Right, let's have a look, see how we did. Which side was the toning? I think it was the other side, wasn't it? Has it improved it? Yeah, I think so, slightly. It's not quite as obvious. But yeah, anyway, I mean, this stuff does work better on purer silver. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and thanks for watching, and catch you on the next one. Bye.